Welcome back. Welcome back to the Late Late Show, where my next guests have offended absolutely nobody with their Langer-tastic smash hit comedy Young Offenders. It's going from strength to strength, and bagging in awards and Roy Keane as a cameo. They've put Cork on the map, and I'm delighted to say that we're putting Cork on the sofa tonight. Would you please welcome Alex Murphy, Chris Wally, Hilary Rose, and Shane Casey. Oh, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I mean,
got a quick haircut in the interval.
Do you need a stunt double?
We need the accent as well, though.
Or something that rhymes with stunt double.
That's not bad, boys.
That's good.
I mean, we can maybe do that. Yeah. So,
and I'll do your job, lovely.
Oh, that's good. There we go. That's good. That's all good news. Welcome to the show, folks. Of course, we have to say to Shane, welcome on your first Late Late Show.
Thank you.
There we go, yeah.
I was waiting for yourself.
Yes.
I was waiting for
yes,
yourself.
you were the one.
That
you
was
were the
it.
only one.
You broke my cherry.
You broke your cherry. I feel I broke something else here, the way things are shaping.
Yeah.
At what point should I actually...
That's the same hairpiece that
I
wear in
your
the show.
stunt double is like this.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, how difficult is it then to get back into character, Chris? Because I know that you guys are very... I'm going to take this off.
Yeah,
I can't do this. I can't. You know, you're all doing, amazing, successful stuff. What's it like when you jump back into this show?
Just once you get the hair shaved and you put the tracksuit on, it all just kind of comes rushing back. Because it's been like 4 years since we kind of shot the last one.
Yeah.
Because of COVID and all. So they've aged me up this time. Because I couldn't play 17 much longer. So
No.
I thought I looked grand, and then you sit in a classroom full of 17-year-olds. You're like, oh, they are children. And I
But it's this thing about the show, Hilary, that it's got... I mean, why do people love it so much? It's got gags, it's got heart, it's just everything's in there.
I think that's it. I think, 1 minute you're laughing, the next minute you're crying. So it's got the whole mix in there. And I think you can take those characters as well, and you can put them in any city and give them any accent, and I think it would work. Because I think, I'm a bit biased, but I think the writing's pretty good.
Yes. Would you know the writer by any...
Just kind of.
Just kind of. There you go.
But yeah, I think it's really good writing, and then, it comes to life when you have... It's like this kind of magic fairy dust that comes together when you have really good cast, really good crew, really good writing, and then just something happens and the stars align, and it works.
The stars align, and this is what it looks like when the stars align. This is a little clip from the new series.
I fucking love you, Linda. Like proper love. The kind of love that keeps you going for 3 years in prison. The kind of love that Gavin Madigan would never understand because he's a selfish little prick. The kind of love that your dad clearly understands when he's thinking about your mum. The kind of love that your mum understands when she has a nice big glass of Sauvignon Blanc. Right? Yeah. The kind of love that nuns understand when they're thinking about Jesus. Like proper love. Waiting 3 years.
I mean, would it be fair to say, Shane, this show changed your life?
100%. I got a car, I got a house, I got a mortgage, I have a family, and I don't know, honestly, I don't know if I'd have had that if I didn't do the Young Offenders, Peter had rang me and he said, look, I need you for 3 or 4 days, and my agent at the time wasn't too eager because it was like, oh, films never get, you're never going to get any money, it's never going to get made because there's a lot of that in the arts. And somebody else was telling me not to do it as well. And it was the best decision I ever made. We leave her off tonight. It was the best decision I ever made in my life. It really was. And the warmth I get from people, it's amazing. Whether they're 5-year-olds and they shouldn't be watching the show, or they're 95-year-olds and they should know
They should be
better.
watching the show.
The love is just great because everybody kind of knows a Billy and everybody knows the lads and somebody like Hillary's character who's dealing with somebody who's in trouble as well. So a half an hour where people can switch off and turn off their phones. And it was Pascal Sheehy actually was the first man who told me about watching it with his family, and I said, we might be onto something here, because that was the first season and Pascal went, Shane, my son and I sit down religiously to watch the show. It's very good. And I was like, nice one, Pascal.
Yeah. I mean, Chris, whenever you guys are back in the streets of Cork, I'm assuming now that it's an event in itself when you guys are starting to film down there.
Yeah, I mean, we always have the joke. I mean, first of all, when we get the haircut, you may as well be fully in costume. Because it's like
can't
you just
go anywhere.
And then the silhouettes of us also.
Yeah.
So when you see the haircut and the silhouettes, then it's pretty quick.
But I've had people ask me, are you the tall fella or the small fella?
I think
I'm the tall one.
Yeah.
But the brilliant thing about it being in Cork, I mean, Cork people will keep your feet on the ground. Like, there's a story about, I loved it, you went into a guitar shop.
Oh, season 2, I went in to buy a guitar. I was having some form of crisis. And I paid for the guitar, lovely woman, and then I paid for it. She said, would you take a pic? And I was like, oh, if you want to, yeah. She said, well, do you want to? I was like, I don't mind. If you want to, I will. She went, well, there's a box of them there. You take yourself a guitar pic. I was like, damn it, I'm not that big yet.
So good. It's so good.
People from Cork as well, like either people are very like kind of, it's Cork and everywhere, to be honest. Either people are like really like complimentary and say, oh, could I get a photo? I love the show. Or else you have people all the time that come up, and they're like, oh, could I get a photo? I actually hate it, but my wife loves it. I hate it. Why I see one? And it's like, okay, yeah.
Hillary, we've got to talk about Roy Keane. I mean, when Roy Keane came on the set, I mean, what was the excitement levels like?
It was amazing, because first we heard that he was a fan of the show, so we kind of wheedled our way in there and got him to, come on the show. So when he arrived on set, we went into the green room, all of us together, just to kind of ease in our nerves. I don't think Roy Keane has nerves, so it was just easing in our nerves. And he was just so sweet and kind and nice, and he's got this lovely way of just like getting straight to the heart of a conversation. So, within seconds it was like talking about relationships and marriage and everything, and it's this lovely directness. But he was really sweet and really fun, really up for it.
I think we're the only people who've gotten away with telling Roy Keane to F off.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And you did it with such aplomb. I mean, we actually have the clip. So, all right. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at inviting probably the hardest footballer that's ever come out of Ireland.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this?
If you're not going anywhere, any chance of a fish supper?
Fuck off!
He should have been wearing a Rambler scarf anyway, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That made no sense.
Inaccuracy.
Exactly.
Made
I mean,
no
where
sense.
does that sit, working with Roy Keane on the scale of one to being Cork Person of the Month for the month of January?
Well,
Shane?
Killian was very busy that month, so
They have
I kind of felt
Cork
bad
Person
for
of the
him,
Month.
really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Killian won the Oscar and I got Cork Person of the Month. Yeah. I don't know where the justice in that is, but Killian, I won't go all out for the Cork Person of the Year. I'll hold off and let him have that then.
Yeah.
Alex has that wrapped up.
Yeah. That's very good. I hear you're a house guest at the minute. Is that right?
I know, I've got a tenant at the moment, this fella.
Yeah.
Chris is in town doing a play, so we're back living together for a few weeks.
A few months.
Okay,
I'm afraid to tell you there.
A few months. To up the rent.
And how's the knitting going?
Who told you I was knitting? Yeah, I was doing a job up in lovely Guidor. Shout out to my knitting gang in Lochagnore. I learned. Yeah, I learned how to knit. I was thinking we're doing shout outs. Grandad Nicky up in Moville, Donegal.
Granny Joe.
Granny Joe. Can we do shout-outs?
I mean, you can. You can, because I know your parents are here. They've had their photograph taken with.
Oh, they've got Kenny Tubbs, and they're looking for you now as well.
Okay, where are they there? They're.
There.
Okay, so this is Colin and Helen. Well, look, maybe we can get a picture taken with Chris. Is that something we could?
Chris rather.
No, well, hang on. We're going to get a picture taken with Chris, with Shane. With you and with me here. If you guys stay there, we don't need you. Come this way. Here we go. Look, we just hop in here. If you guys come on up in here, Mum. So if you just hop in right in the back there, you can play Mum.
I'm Hillary.
Yeah, you're Hillary. You can just get in right in there. There you go. If you can get.
Which one? This one.
Yeah, that one there. That's the lowest one there. Dad, there. If you
Hi,
can just get on your tiptoes, if you can go through there.
I'll have to definitely do my
There we go. There you go.
Thank you.
Well done. There we go. Job done. Job done.
That's very good.
Thanks for coming in, guys. We are out of time. Go and fetch The Young Offenders. It is on BBC One, 9:30 on Fridays. You can watch it now on 9:30s and Fridays because there's Chris being out on. I mean, that was. Please watch the show that's bang up against this show on BBC One. Series 1 to 3, also available on RTE Player. Give it up one more time for the guys. There we go.